Lock Season 2, Episode 10 review. If you guys like this type of content, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We don't have much of the year left to go, so let's try our best to get to that goal. I know you guys can do it. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's get right into this episode. The first thing I have to say about this episode is, of course, about the animation. But in this episode, a lot of people might hate on me. The animation wasn't bad. I'd give the animation usually probably like a 4 out of 10. Right now, the animation was probably like a 7 out of 10. Just the animation, not the episode overall, but the animation in this episode was a 7 out of 10. This felt like a season 1 level episode, you know, an episode that belongs in season 1. There was motion in the hair, there was motion in the clothes, there's motion in the characters. It wasn't just still frame after still frame after still frame, which I really appreciated. Now let's actually talk about the real contents of the episode with Shidou's goal. Guys, that shit was crazy. I was not expecting 8-bit to put that out the bag. But honestly, guys, this just goes to show that Blue Lock Season 2 could have been so much better if we had at least this type of quality for every single episode. Now, I know people might be saying, oh, but every key moment is being animated well. Yes, but I mean, look at all the moments that also weren't animated well. You know what I mean? Like, this moment is a prime example of a moment that is done right. It was done justice from the manga. Although I still think the manga was better, the anime did a great job at capturing exactly what I felt from the manga during this scene and transferring it to the anime version. That sense of dread, like, oh shit, Shidou's here, fudge, they're really a nice duo, you know? I like that. The next scenes I really want to talk about is, of course, Chigiri getting injured. Oh my gosh, Chigiri is one of my favorite characters in Blue Lock, mostly because I can relate to him a lot. But this scene really hurt me, I think almost at the same level of the manga, because in the manga when I read this, I was kind of more mad rather than sad for him because I didn't want Chigiri to get subbed out. Out of all the players in Blue Lock 11, you know, they could have took they could have took anybody, but they took Chigiri, you know, they took Chigiri out of the game so early, and I was just like, bro, he didn't really get to do much. You know, yes, he was playing good defense, and yes, he basically set up their second goal. I still think that Chigiri could have done more, but that's just me in my opinion. So in the manga, I was kind of cheesed when I see this, but when I see this in the anime version, seeing how his family reacts to him being hurt, seeing how he reacts to him being hurt, you know, him missing out on all that time he had not training, planning to quit, and then reflecting upon it, and then when he goes to the bench, doesn't even say anything to Hiyori when Hiyori subs in, and then Ego is just speaking to him. He's like, Chigiri Hyoma, does that substitution, you know, do you not like that substitution? And we see his face, bro, that shit hit. Plus the music, that shit hit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that shit hit. Now, throughout the majority of the season, I have been talking about how the panel adaptation is a lot better, and this episode really showcases it. I think a lot of the panels that were adapted in this season, if they were using that same season 1 like art style kind of what they were doing, they wouldn't be able to be adapted. And I feel like that's a major like thing that they really corrected this season, so I'm going to give them their props when it's due, because this Chigiri panel looked almost just like the manga. So I'm very happy that they were actually able to do that. Now I want to talk about Rio and Nagi's little moment that they had when Rio was first stepped on the field and he's like, okay, I'm finally on the same level of him. Bro, that shit was also emotional. Like, I don't know what it is, but I have a soft spot for Rio. I don't like him that much as a character because I think he's just kind of like a D-rider, but at this point, like, I don't know, like, something about their relationship is just very interesting to me. I connect with it deeply. I do not know why. Don't ask me why in the comments. I actually do not know. But when he's staring at Nagi's back and he's like, I'm finally at the same level with him, I feel something. Because I'm like, bro, like, Rio's really been working hard to get back to this level, you know? I feel bad about how he freaking got abandoned and shit. So yeah, nah, this is a nice little scene to add to the episode. Now, the next series of attack that the Blue Lock 11 go on, I thought this was also a pretty good attack. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't really remember this section of the match in the manga that well. Like, yes, I remember the key moments that happened, but I did not remember that Nagi was the one that passed it to Isagi, who ended up getting blocked. I thought he passed it to Rin. That was my fault. But yeah, so Nagi ends up passing the ball to Rin, and Aiku's right there and stops him. This panel of IQ was fucking amazing, bro. It was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. They adapted it very, very well in the anime, and in the manga, it looked just as cold. But just when I thought the episode was done having its moments, we get Rio getting another moment copying Aiku's whole move with the serpent. And so I feel like this was also adapted very well with showcasing Rio's character development, you know, finding out his playstyle with the chameleon and shit. Bro, that shit was fire. Like, that shit was fire. They adapted it pretty well as well, I think. They could have used less still frames for some of these things, but yeah, I get it. They're short on animation. Either way, I think overall the animation in this was a 7 out of 10. And right there, the episode ends. So what do I think about this episode as a whole of Blue Lock Season 2? In terms of Blue Lock Season 2 standards, I think this is easily the best episode yet. It's hard to argue against it. I don't see any episode that really comes close to this episode. You guys might say the Nagi one, but I did not enjoy that Nagi episode. The only moment I enjoyed was Nagi's goal. The rest of that bullshit, I don't even know what the hell was happening. But yeah, I think this is the best episode of Blue Lock Season 2. So you guys might kill me in the comments for this, but I think that this episode is rated a 9 out of 10. But yeah, that'll be it for the video. I want to know what you guys would rate the episode down below in the comments. I read all the comments, so I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. But anyways, if you guys like this type of content, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year. There's not many days left in this year, so let's go. Let's put pedal to the metal. I know you guys can do it. Thank you so much for all the support on my videos lately. I hope you guys all have a great day today. Goodbye.